Dun 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 dun. I don't know what. There's like a game show. There's some game show song playing in my head all of a sudden after putting in the work this morning. Woke up 3:40 a.m. today as usual. Had planned on jumping on a plane. I was supposed to be on a plane at 7:30 or 7:48 this morning was what time my flight was supposed to leave. I was supposed to leave at 7:48 this morning, jumping on a plane, and woke up this morning, 3:40 a.m., grabbed my big cup of water, made my way downstairs, put on the headphones, listening to music with no words like I do every single morning, grabbed my planner, not necessarily this one, this is the one I use as a prop, but I grabbed my planner. At the top of the planner, there's always a quote submitted by actual members of this community. So I read the quote. I'm like, boom, life's beauty is in simplicity. This is the quote submitted by Bonnie Hundley, actual Rise and Grind member. Life's beauty is in simplicity. Thought about that for a little bit and reflected on that. It is very interesting how we create these complex situations in our lives many, many, many times. But then yet there's something beautiful in simplicity, and we all know it, we all feel it, we all experience it, we all love it, right? Like we go on a big excursion, go on a big trip, go wherever, and then it's like, oh, but there's no place like home. I love having my bed, I love having my system, my process, knowing where things at, right? There's beauty in the simplicity. So thought about that this morning. Reflected on that just a little bit, especially as a coach and a consultant. It's important that the concepts and strategies we teach are simple, right? So thought about the beauty and simplicity. And then after I got done with that, wrote my show like I always do, and didn't have to write as much today because I had already written the show yesterday, but we didn't get all the way to it. So wrote my show, so on and so forth. And then after doing all that, on my way to the studio here, I found that my flight has been canceled this morning. My flight has been canceled down to Miami, and I've been put on, I was supposed to leave at 7:48. Now I've been put on a 5 p.m. flight, which is cool. It's totally cool because it opens up my day today. I was supposed to be on a plane for a certain amount of hours in a certain window, and now I'll have that time to be able to do some things that I wanted to do anyway before I left. So worked out good. But made it here to the studio, built the show, and then all of a sudden, right when I go live, it's like dun 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 dun, and I have no idea what that is. But I think it's a theme song to some sort of game show or something like that. That's what it feels like in my head. But it's just amazing how our brains work, right? We can be deep into this whole process, so on and so forth. And then right when I go live, I don't know. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. Husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Hey, what's up, Al Salas? Great to see you. Mike Larkin says that song is The Dating Game. Now, why that would pop into my head right before I start today's episode, I have no idea. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, aka Taco Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. It's a little warm today here in Lexington, but it feels good. It feels good. Here we are. It's another week. It's another week in August, and we are in a brand new series right here on this show called Naturally Unnatural. Now, I'm just coming off of vacation. I had an amazing vacation with my wife and my kids. We went to Bald Head Island just off the coast of North Carolina. And so we did the beach thing. We did the pool thing. We did the family photos thing. We dressed up nice. We actually went into the ocean in all of our nice gear, which was amazing. We put my son in a bow tie, my little 15-month-old son. There was some spiritual moments as well as we stood in the ocean. The naturalness of this entire island, being over there in nature, was just, it was beautiful. And it got me thinking, man. It got me thinking about like this, what is natural versus what is unnatural, right? What is natural versus unnatural? It's got me thinking about that a little bit. And so I was like, okay, we're going to do a series this week. We're going to do a series called Naturally Unnatural. Because, you know, there are things that you and I do every single day that feel completely normal, right? And these things are natural, right? Like, for example, avoiding pain. You avoid pain. I avoid pain. As I'm 48 years old now, there seems to be more pains for me to avoid than there used to be. But avoiding pain feels natural. Can we agree? You avoid pain. I avoid pain. Nobody that's actually going out looking for pain. Getting defensive, that feels natural, right? Getting defensive, you're like, nah, wasn't me, bro. That's a natural thing, right? Wanting people to like you, that's something that feels natural. It's like, yo, I want people to like me. And, you know, my son right now, dude, he there's something innately in him that he wants to be a part of a pack. He wants to be a part of a pack. So we just enrolled him over there at Bourbon County High School. He's playing soccer with the Bourbon County soccer team. It's natural to want to be liked, right? Being afraid of something you've never done before, that feels natural. Wanting to stay in your bed when you're tired or go back to bed, that feels natural, right? That feels natural. All these things feel natural, right? Running when you're scared feels natural. Fighting when you're threatened feels natural. Quitting when you're exhausted feels natural. And these aren't things that make you weak, right? Some people would be like, oh, I ain't quitting, man. You can't quit. It makes you weak, right? These things don't make you weak. These are the things that make you human. Last week, Heather Parody was asking that question. My friend Heather, right here on this show all week, she was like, yo, bro, what makes us human? That, to me, is what makes you human, right? This desire to avoid pain. Wanting to feel liked, getting defensive, being afraid of something you've never done before, wanting to stay in bed when you're tired, running when you're scared, fighting when you're threatened, wanting to quit when you're exhausted. It's all natural. That's what makes you human. But here's the problem that we run into. You see, the problem that we run into is the life that you say you want most likely is going to require you to do things repeatedly that don't feel natural at all. And so this week, we're going to talk about becoming naturally unnatural. Does that sound fair? Now, listen, before we go too far, though, you know what we got to do on this show. What's up, Sonia? You know what we got to do on this show? We got to do some dancing. We got to get these bodies in motion. Hey, let's go. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest. So I need you to get moving this morning. It is time to get your body in motion. If you're out on a run right now, I need you to pick it up. If you're in the gym right now, I need you to increase that weight. If you're in the car with the kids Heather said she's listening in the car with the kid. I need Lucy and Emerson. I need you guys to get moving. Let's go, Lucy. Let's go, Emerson. I want to see you getting it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. No matter where you are in the world, get that body in motion. Objects in motion, stay in motion. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. Last but not least, this is the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching the show live or you're watching the show on replay, say what's up, and I will say what's up back. I go back later today, watch the show, look at the comments. So if you say good morning to me, I'll say good morning to you. Luis Grafton, Nonis, thank you for being here this morning. Gene Hughes, good morning to you. Robert Pollard is in the building. Scott Simons is in the building. Christina Howard, thank you for being here today. I greatly appreciate it. Kurt Allen Sugar Lips McFarland, what's up, my man? Thank you so much for being here today. I greatly appreciate you. JP, dude, JP, I have news for yous. I have news for yous, and I think you're gonna freaking love it. But I can't tell you yet; it's a secret. All right, but I do have news for you. Tara Hope, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Mike Larkin is in the building. What's up, Mike Larkin? Thank you for being here. Spencer Nicholson, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Julio Soto is in the building. What's up, Julio Soto? Thank you for being here. Mr. Rodney Rock Hatfield is up in here today as well. All my friends over there on Breakfast with Champions, thanks for tuning in. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you being here. It means the world to me. It really, really does. Quick note. We are moving. This show will no longer be live on Facebook starting August 24th. On August 24th, what's up, Scott Holbert? On August 24th, this show will be moving to YouTube. We will be streaming live on YouTube, and we will be streaming live on LinkedIn. Starting August 24th, we will no longer be live on Facebook. We'll be streaming live on YouTube at Glenn Lundy. Currently have about 2,800 subscribers. You can go subscribe over there. And then LinkedIn at Glenn Lundy. What's up, Chip Anderson and Maria Lynn? Thank you for being here. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. If you just go to, you can go to YouTube, right? Go to YouTube. How do I just get to the regular YouTube page? Yeah, just go to YouTube, type in Glenn Lundy like that. Once you're on YouTube, you're going to see this right here, Glenn Lundy. It's got a verified check mark, 2.81 thousand subscribers. Go to Glenn Lundy. Then once you're here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And then you're going to want to turn on this little bell. Turn on this little bell right here. And that is going to, this little bell is going to give you, it's going to notify you whenever I go live with the show. Unlike Facebook. Facebook won't do that like they're supposed to. All right. So go subscribe to that channel. That's where we're going to be going live. All right. All right. Now, yeah, and now that has nothing to do with the big announcement for tomorrow. Big announcement tomorrow, August 12th. Now, us moving to YouTube, big deal too, but big announcement tomorrow. All right. All right. Let's keep going with this series, Naturally Unnatural.
Your instincts were built for survival, but you were created to choose. Do what doesn't come naturally.
Okay, I want you to think about something this morning. Your body naturally has one primary objective. Do you know what the primary objective that your body has? It's one primary objective. There's only one thing that the body cares about. All right? Go ahead and drop it in the comments if you think you know what it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your body has one primary objective. Keep you alive. That's it. That is the primary objective of your body. Keep you alive. Your biology does not wake up every morning and say, How can I maximize JP's potential today? How can I maximize Young and Johnson's potential today? Right? That's not how your biology wakes up. Your biology cares exactly zero about your business plan. That's right. Survival, survival, survival. That's right, Michael. That's right, Scott. Tara Hope, same thing. Breathing, survival, right? Your biology does not care about your business plan. Your biology does not care about your six-pack. Your biology does not care about that book that you want to write. Your biology has been shaped by an incredibly long history of one fundamental assignment, which is survive. That's it. Conserve energy. Avoid unnecessary danger, seek food, find shelter, stay close to the tribe, pay attention to the threats. Those are the marching orders of the human body. That's it. And those instincts would make perfect sense, except in today's day and age, most of us are not just trying to merely survive anymore. JP said thrival, not survival, right? Most of us aren't trying to merely survive anymore. We're actually trying to build something. We're trying to lead others, whether it be our spouses or our friend network or our kids or our employees or our followers or whatever, right? Most of us are trying to build something. We're trying to create something. We're trying to become better husbands, better wives, better parents, better leaders, better humans. And that creates a fascinating conflict if you think about it, right? Because sometimes the instinct that protects your present is the same instinct that is preventing your future. You ever think about that? Let me tell you about a man named Philippe Petit. Philippe Petit's still alive today. He's in his 70s now. And in 1974, Philippe Petit looked at the Twin Towers in New York City and decided, I'm going to walk between those on a wire. A quarter mile above Manhattan, no safety net, no harness, nothing underneath him but air. And on August 7th, 1974, he secretly brought equipment into the buildings, rigged a cable between the towers, and stepped out.
A 25-year-old French daredevil did a tightrope walk across the top of New York in 1974 on a 131-foot cable strung between the 110-story twin towers of the World Trade Center. The aerialist, accomplished juggler, and unicyclist is Philippe Petit, who said, "I see 3 oranges and I have to juggle. I see 2 towers and I have to walk." The stroll, 1,350 feet above street level, lasted 50 minutes from 7:05 to 7:55 a.m. 4 times the 25-year-old Petit, who started out from the North Tower, walked to a point near the South Tower and then back north. Once he sat down on the wire cable, which is an inch in diameter, and another time he lay down on his back on the cable. Thousands of petrified onlookers, including pedestrians, motorists, early morning office workers, and frustrated police, watched helplessly as Petit defied what seemed certain death. Twice he bowed from the waist to the crowds below. He finally relented and walked onto the roof of the South Tower and into the arms of waiting cops. He did so after one burly cop shouted at him, "Get the hell off there or I'm coming out after you."
Now imagine that moment, right? Imagine that moment. Your toes leave the building. The wind is moving. You're more than 1,300 feet off the ground, the streets of Manhattan. Every biological alarm system inside the human body is screaming, no, 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 back up, bro, solid ground. This is not survival. This is a bad idea. And Philippe Petit, with his body screaming at him, does it anyway. And he doesn't just cross once. He stayed out there for 45 minutes going back and forth, kneeling on the wire, laying on the wire. Now listen, I am not recommending that you start walking between skyscrapers. That is not what I'm saying here at all. Please do not turn today's show into anything like that. That's not the lesson. The lesson is the fear was present. Human biology was present. Gravity was present, but something else was present too. And it was a choice. He made a choice. And Heather keeps asking, what makes us human? Well, human beings possess this remarkable ability to experience an instinct without obeying it. You see, when I think about AI or any of these computers and programs, what's up, Samantha Baker? When I think about the difference between a human and an AI has instinct and has to obey it, has instructions and has to obey those instructions. Human beings, your instincts are not instructions. Like, if you need to, just write that down today. Write down, like, my instincts are not instructions. You see, fear can speak, but that doesn't mean that fear gets the vote. Comfort can speak to you, but that doesn't mean comfort actually gets a vote. Anger can speak to you, but that doesn't mean anger actually gets a vote. Your insecurity can speak. Your exhaustion, your tiredness can speak. But none of that means that they automatically get to make a decision. They can speak all they want, but they don't actually get a vote, because the reality is you choose. And some people have trained that ability to choose at almost like an unbelievable level. For example, there's a Finnish woman. Her name is Johanna Nordblad. They're getting ready to do a documentary on her on Netflix, or maybe it's already on Netflix. But she's alive today. She's an ice diver. And I need you to understand what that means, right? This woman dives underneath frozen lakes, no scuba tank, no scuba gear, no heat, one breath under the ice. Now, I don't know about you, but like, I tried doing the Tony Robbins cold shower thing, and it's not for me. Like, it pisses me off. Cold showers make me mad. Now, I can do a cold plunge. I can do that as long as I know I'm about to get into a hot shower. As far as I can go. This woman is diving in ice cold lakes, going up under the ice. It's crazy. Check it out.
There is no place for fear, no place for panic, no place for mistakes. Under the ice, you need total control of the place, the time, and to trust yourself completely. When you can do all that, you can find a different world. A world so peaceful, so beautiful, endless and desolate. With one breath, I'm part of it.
Johanna has trained herself. She's trained herself to enter an environment where every other instinct says get out. Her survival instincts like get out, it's cold, you're under the ice, it's not safe. Like cold water triggers powerful reactions in the human body. Your breathing starts to change, your heart rate changes, your body begins to protect its core, starts to heat itself from the inside. And if you panic underwater, dude, that's obviously your toast, right? So what does she have to control? She has to control herself, her breathing, her movement, her mind, her reaction to discomfort. Now, we're not talking about just going under and then popping back up. In 2021, she swam more than 100 meters beneath the ice on a single breath. Now, this isn't because she doesn't possess the same human survival mechanics you and I possess. If you notice, she said there's no room for fear. There's no room for panic, right? That means she feels it. She just doesn't allow it. She experiences it, but she chooses not to respond to it. She's human. She simply trained herself to respond differently than you and I. Maybe the difference between ordinary and extraordinary isn't that extraordinary people don't experience the same things you and I do. Maybe it's that they've learned that not every signal you receive elicits a response. Because your body's going to tell you to stop long before you're done. I want you to think, if you've ever exercised, right? If you've ever gone on a run, I like to go run nowadays, right? When you're running, your legs are hurting, your breathing gets heavy. The brain is like, okay, that's enough. Time to stop. No more. But anybody who's trained seriously knows that at that moment when the brain is like, time to stop, so on and so forth, like if you just continue, you don't die, bro. The brain's like, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Like that first mile, every time I go for a run, that first mile, dude, my brain is like, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. This is going to suck, this is going to suck. I can't do it, I can't do it. And you just like keep running. And then the second mile comes, and then the third mile comes, and the fourth mile comes. And next thing you know, you're running 5Ks on vacation and getting your best times, right? Like, you just discover there's another mile in there. There's another rep in there. There's another 5 minutes in there. There's another gear in there, right? Like the signals that we're receiving, they're not saying you are incapable of continuing. They're just saying, yo, I would prefer that we stop. It's like, hey, you up there, like, I don't like this. I would prefer if we do something very different. I don't like why you're waking up at 3:40, bro. Like, I would prefer that we just stay in bed. Is that cool? Right? But that signal doesn't get to choose. It having a preference versus you being incapable are two very different things. And this doesn't just happen with exercise and stuff, right? Like you walk into a room where you don't know anybody and you like your brain's like, just stay over here in the corner. Don't let anybody see you. Or you see somebody incredibly successful and you're like, don't bother them. Don't bother them. Or you have a difficult conversation you need to have and you're like, maybe I'll have that conversation tomorrow. Or you need to make the sales call and you're like, just send an email instead, right? You owe somebody an apology and you're like, yeah, but they did stuff to me too. Like every one of those responses is natural. Like they are natural. And that's the point. The point is those things that you're looking to accomplish, those big visions, those big dreams that you have, you're probably going to have to create this space within you where you could be naturally unnatural, where you can do the things that are unnatural so that you can create an unusual result. You see, when we do the things that come naturally to all of us, then naturally we're going to get the same result as everybody else. And I think it's fair to say, if you just look at the status, economic status, if you look at the anxiety status, if you look at the depression status, the mental health status, like if you look at the masses, I personally, I'm not thrilled by that result. What's up, Jay? Jay, my flight got canceled this morning, so I won't be in Miami until late tonight. Instead of, I was supposed to be there early this afternoon. So listen, friends, we're going to talk more about this week. But you and I are children of God. And my friend Heather asked what makes us human. And I believe the answer to that is, what makes us human is we have instincts, but those instincts don't have to be instructions. You see, as children of God, we were given the power of choice. So we get to choose how we respond to the signal. The signal is not a requirement. The signal does not demand that you stop. The signal is based and rooted in a survival instinct. But survival, to survive versus to thrive, to protect where you are at risk of diminishing your future, is not a desire that I want to experience. Instead, I believe you and I were called to be the absolute best versions of ourselves we can possibly be. Not average versions, not a little bit above or a little bit below, but the absolute best. And for us to be the absolute best versions of ourselves we can possibly be, we're going to have to become naturally unnatural. Ladies and gentlemen, that's today's episode of #Rise and Grind. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit that share button if you haven't done so already. Remember, August 24th, we're going to be switching over to YouTube. We'll no longer be streaming live here on Facebook. We will be on YouTube and LinkedIn. So make sure you're following @Glenn Lundy on YouTube, or subscribed to @Glenn Lundy on YouTube, and following @Glenn Lundy on LinkedIn, so you don't miss an episode of #Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day. I'll be back tomorrow morning, hopefully from Miami. Tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do that all over again right here on #Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day.
A 25